We have to go to the root. We have to go to the cause. Dealing with the condition itself is not enough.
Dear Mr. Massa, I'm just trying to mind my own business. What's the matter? It's just another day, another black king captured. I'm about to lose my brain, stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke. If you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put 2 dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Samir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coons. The white man that go nuts if he cash you. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make sense.
We are denied not only civil rights but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queen.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Ahmadiyyah.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin?
Ahmadiyyah.
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, given to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame, and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations. I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
I'm getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil rights but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation.
Queen.
In my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunsa. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations. America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all in Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat.
This is the sound of Eric Malcolm.
It's a cut on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans, and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X to my jeans and I got...
This is the sound of everybody.
All right, everyone. So let's get into it. Thanks for tuning in once again to the Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur TV show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur, and this is the second dose of your daily vitamins. All right, so please like and share this video as you're coming in. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and do so. Click the notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. All right. If you don't like what the Queen is cooking, you know what to do next. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Dr._A_Shakur, TikTok at Dr.A_Shakur, and Twitter at DGoddess27. All right, let's get into it. D Nice is here, Maureen, G from the Land, Courtney J, Nessie X, Juju, Kajima is here, Claudette. Juju said Queen is queening, okay? All right, hey Dan, Lillian X, that crazy beach Aries is black, Courtney J, Cherokee Descendant Dale. Okay, so listen. Divine order is in the house. All right. Shalom to you, beloved. All hell nah is back. All right, so let's get into it. With that all being said, y'all know it's all nefarious. Okay? Let's first of all talk about this mother. Let's talk about this mother who lost her life at McDonald's because an argument escalated. And unfortunately, she lost her life. Let's get into it. Likes up. Excuse me. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Thank you in advance.
Young children left without a mother after a deadly shooting inside a West Atlanta McDonald's. Now at noon, the victim is being identified and the suspected shooter is in custody.
So the Fulton County Medical Examiner has now confirmed that Tamanika Woods was killed at the restaurant on Ralph David Abernathy Boulevard yesterday afternoon. Atlanta News First, Madeline Montgomery is live there with new information on this victim. Madeline.
Hey, we're here at the McDonald's and it's been a little bit less than 24 hours and they already reopened. You would never know that this was a crime scene where a mother was shot and killed, according to police. This is Tamanika Woods. To friends, she was Nene. The medical examiner confirming she's the victim of a deadly shooting here at the McDonald's in West End. Atlanta police telling us an argument led to a woman they say is in her 20s shooting Woods. We're told by witnesses that people inside of the restaurant held down the suspected shooter until police could arrest her.
She's a very good mother and she's a great person. And she will be missed. She's very sweet, family-oriented young lady.
Police have not shared the name of the person they've arrested for this shooting, but they confirmed that Woods nor that person arrested actually worked at this restaurant here. We're now reporting live in Southwest Atlanta. I'm Madeline Montgomery, Atlanta News First.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, beloveds. Y'all know Mercury's in retrograde, so I'm going to start that back over. Okay, for some reason, Greta said, why? Just a why. Okay. Yes, Michael, I know the song is playing. I put it in the background so that YouTube wouldn't be giving me any copyright complaints. Because they'll do that even if I show the news, okay, which is supposed to be public domain. Please pay attention. Okay, so with that all being said, I'm going to put the video back up. It's my mistake. I opened another browser, and that caused the browser to fail. Okay, so let me start that back.
Young children left without a mother after a deadly shooting inside a West Atlanta McDonald's. Now at noon, the victim is being identified and the suspected shooter is in custody.
So the Fulton County Medical Examiner has now confirmed that Tamanika Woods was killed at the restaurant on Ralph David Abernathy Boulevard yesterday afternoon. Atlanta News First, Madeline Montgomery is live there with new information on this victim. Madeline.
Hey, we're here at the McDonald's and it's been a little bit less than 24 hours and they already reopened. You would never know that this was a crime scene where a mother was shot and killed, according to police. This is Tamanika Woods. To friends, she was Nene. The medical examiner confirming she's the victim of a deadly shooting here at the McDonald's in West End. Atlanta police telling us an argument led to a woman they say is in her 20s shooting Woods. We're told by witnesses that people inside of the restaurant held down the suspected shooter until police could arrest her.
She's a very good mother, and she's a great person, and she will be missed. She's very sweet, family-oriented young lady.
Police have not shared the name of the person they've arrested for this shooting, but they confirmed that Woods nor that person arrested actually worked at this restaurant here. We're now reporting live in Southwest Atlanta. Madeline Montgomery, Atlanta News First.
Say that they are shocked and outraged.
Okay, so with that all being said, hold on. Okay, so with that all being said, that's a very sad. That happened right here in Atlanta. Okay, people are just going around willy-nilly, just taking people's lives. No regard for human life or safety. People just don't care. Okay, and we hear these stories every day. Some people absolutely belong in jail or prison. Claudette said neither one of them worked there. No, they didn't. D-Night said way too much violence. Absolutely. Greta said, what's going on in Atlanta? It sounds like a crime-ridden city. I can't even deny it, beloved. It absolutely does seem like it, does it not? It absolutely does. It's all crazy. It is all crazy, honey. But so anyway, let's talk about this LSU hate crime. I want you all to pay attention because this happened weeks ago and I'm just now hearing about it. Okay? So let's get into it. Now, this happened at an LSU campus where they said this young man went there and just went in on some black folk. Please pay attention, okay? Here we go.
Val, my partner Greg has the night off. We start with some new and disturbing details we've uncovered about a stabbing on LSU's campus last night. We now know the victim was an LSU employee. We're told he's going to be okay, but police have arrested a 24-year-old who's also accused of going on a rampage at a gas station. But it's what investigators say the suspect told them after his arrest that's also led to hate crime charges. Lester Dewey walks us through this kind of complex case tonight. Lester.
Liz, 24-year-old Gilbert Fisher is facing multiple charges tonight, including attempted first-degree murder and hate crimes, after police believe the attacks on convenience store workers and an LSU employee on campus last night were racially motivated. We're getting a better idea from police about what led up to a stabbing on LSU's campus Wednesday night. The case actually starts here at the Circle K at the corner of Perkins and College at around 5:30.
We had an officer who was working extra duty at a business. While working there, he looked across the street and he saw a vehicle make an attempt to strike three persons.
That officer pulled up behind the vehicle, but the man inside of the car drove off, and the officer then lost sight of him. So the officer says he went back to the Circle K to speak to the employees.
It said while they were in there, the customer, who's the arrestee, started making racial slurs. He was throwing items that was inside the store around, and they asked him to leave. He then went to his car, grabbed a knife.
The store employees told the officer the man then tried to make his way back into the gas station, but they were able to keep him out using broom and mop handles. Police identified the suspect as 24-year-old Gilbert Fisher.
And then from there, they came outside to get his license plate and his information. That's when he attempted to run the employees over, and that's when the officer saw what happened.
Police believe that's when Fisher made his way towards LSU campus near Highland Road and South Stadium Drive. The arrest records say, while on campus, Fisher attacked another man, punching him, threatening him with a knife, and calling him racial slurs. The victim told police he called his dad for help, and that Fisher then stabbed his father in the leg before taking off again. LSU confirmed the father is an employee, and thankfully is expected to be okay.
Shortly thereafter, the officer received word that that particular person crashed on the north side of LSU. And from there, we were able to make contact with him, place him under arrest, and through the course of the investigation learned that he was involved in the stabbing that had occurred on LSU campus.
Baton Rouge police arrested Fisher on the charges from the Circle K incident, then handed him over to officers with LSU police. But it's what Fisher told police during questioning that is giving us a glimpse into a possible motive tonight. According to the arrest report, police say Gilbert first told them that he was defending himself against two black men. When police say they pushed back on what they believed was a lie, the arrest records reveal Gilbert then said he was fighting for his people of this great nation before refusing to talk more. In the affidavit, LSU police say this terminology is typically used by white supremacist groups and racial extremists.
About the incident on Highland Road at about 7 last night.
Okay, I'm sorry, the music got too loud there. That is my mistake. But anyway, basically, this nation is not great, has never been great. Claudette, that's what Greta says. Claudette says, I knew it was a hate crime. Yes, and then he tried to lie and say that it was self-defense. Said he was trying to defend himself and that he was protecting himself and his people against this great nation. Well, you know who says those type of things? I'm so glad you asked. Those people who like to walk around with hoods. Okay, those types of people. That's who says that kind of foolishness. At the end of the day, I want you all to pay attention. It's all so nefarious as far as I'm concerned. Now he's sitting up there, attack these people, and then wants to play the victim. Luckily, in this case, the police didn't fall for it. Okay, luckily in this case, the police didn't fall for it at the end of the day. Now, with that all being said, hold on, beloveds, because I'm still downloading some stuff. Hold on. Get the likes up, please. Like and share. Thank you in advance. Okay, I'm almost done. Give me just a second. All right, here we go. Now, so meanwhile, we have this nefarious principal who went in on black folk, okay, on the black students. So let's talk about it. And he also talked about the use. Please pay attention. Baltimore County schools investigating alleged racial and anti-Semitic remarks by a principal. Okay. This is what they say. Baltimore County Public Schools recorded. They say there's an audio recording. Okay. The voice is believed to be that of Principal Eric Iceworth. Okay. He can be heard going on a whole rant, talking slick. Okay, talking down on the black students. Now, in a letter to parents that the school system said, in a letter to the parents, the school system says they're investigating. But they would not comment on Iceworth's current status, citing private personnel matters. I want y'all to pay attention, okay? So they can't tell us if he's been fired, suspended, reprimanded, any sort of consequences. No, they won't say that. Okay, please pay attention. Now, Superintendent Miriam Rogers released a statement calling the recording deeply disturbing. Saying, I understand how upsetting this recording is for many members of the team at BCPS community. We will not tolerate disparaging remarks about any member of the team at this community. Baltimore County Executive Johnny Olszewski also issued a statement in response, and here's what he had to say. He says, hate, discrimination. Hold on, let me stop for a second so I can download. This is all crazy. Now, this is what the principal, see, this is why I keep telling you all to homeschool your kids. This is absolutely why right here. Because this is just all so crazy at the end of the day. Hold on, let me make sure I'm downloading the right thing real quick. Okay, there we go. So many receipts I can't keep track. Just bear with me for a moment. Okay, that's downloaded. Now let me continue. So it goes on to say, hate, discrimination, and prejudice have no place in our community, especially in our schools. The statements being circulated are abhorrent and my administration is providing our full support to BCPS as they conduct a thorough investigation. Following the conclusion of this investigation, I know swift action will be taken to hold those involved accountable. Now, mind you, that's what the Baltimore County executive said. Now, Rogers said the school system has not yet confirmed the veracity of the recording, but is working on doing so. Although BCPS cannot confirm the veracity of this recording, this is what they're saying. At this time, we're taking this matter seriously and have launched an investigation. Once we have determined the facts, we will swiftly address the incident. Now, a news outlet also has not independently verified the recording's authenticity, and the Council of Administrative and Supervisory Employees, known as CASE, C-A-S-E, who represents IceWorks, defended him, saying the audio is not the language, thoughts, or character of Principal IceWorks. So they're trying to say this isn't him. I want you all to pay attention. They're trying to act like this isn't him. This is what the Council of Administrative and Supervisory Employees is trying to say. Now, the full statement from CASE Executive Director Billy Burke can be read, and this is what it says. I'm going to read it to you. The outrageous language in the audio is not the language, thoughts, or character of Principal IceWorks. He is an outstanding school leader who has daily demonstrated his commitment to his students, community, and faculty of Pikesville High School. We support the BCPS investigation and will provide our full cooperation. We ask that there be a pause in any rush to judgment and that we act respectfully to his family, staff, and to each other. Let this be a reminder that hate has no place. So that's what he said. He said hate has no place. Well, we'll just see about that. Please pay attention. Now, here is a news report about it. And in this news report, they don't play the audio because they claim, they don't know if it's him. I'm going to play the audio afterwards. Please pay attention.
County community tonight. The recording is allegedly the principal of Pikesville High School making racist and anti-Semitic comments about students, community members, and staff. WJZ has obtained a copy of that recording. We're live on your corner outside the high school. Jessica Albert has reaction from the Pikesville community. Jess.
Stefan, people that I spoke with today say that they are shocked and outraged by the comments that are made in this recording. Baltimore County Schools tells me that they are investigating where this recording came from. And since WJZ cannot verify the authenticity of the recording at this time, we're choosing not to air any portion of it. Pikesville High School's principal, Eric Icewort, is in hot water over an audio recording making rounds on social media containing racist and anti-Semitic comments.
He needs to be removed from the school ASAP.
Davina McCain's son is a student at Pikesville High.
But to hear him say that about kids, that's horrible. I mean, absolutely horrible.
WJZ is choosing not to air the recording at this time because we are unable to verify the authenticity of it. But in it, a person purported to be the principal can be heard making disparaging comments about the test scores of African Americans.
It's him. It's absolutely him. Okay, let's listen to it. Okay, it's him because I listened to something else where he was talking and then I listened to this and it absolutely is him. Okay, they're just trying to protect his job. And also they definitely don't want him to get in trouble with the other people that he was talking about, the ones that he was saying anti-Semitic things about. So let's get into it. Here it is right here.
You know, I seriously don't understand why I have to constantly put up with these dumbasses here every day. Between these ungrateful black kids who can't test their way out of a paper bag, or these teachers who don't get it, how hard is it to get these students to meet their grade level expectations? Lawrence and Ravenel should have never been hired. And don't let me get started on DJ. I'm going to drag his black ass out of here one way or another. I'm going to get something to stick. I'm just so sick of the inadequacies of these people. And if I have to get one more complaint from one more Jew in this community, I'm going to join the other side.
Y'all heard what he said? He said the black students couldn't read their way or think their way out of a paper bag. That's what he said. Okay, that's what he said. Aboriginal woman said, wow, they're cheating their way to the top. Okay, please make it all make sense. Now they know that's that man saying that. They know that's him. Who else is it? Someone purportedly supposed to be the principal, they say. No, that's him. That's him. He said it. Okay, let's not play games. And this is who is teaching your children. I want you to pay attention and see, this is why I continuously tell you to send your children or to homeschool your children rather than sending them to school. I homeschooled my son, my youngest son. Yeah, I had learned by then, honey, and I homeschooled him. Okay, sure did. At the end of the day, because this is what happens. This is what happens. Claudette said, exactly, stop playing. Christopher said, no wonder our kids have low self-esteem. Exactly. Think of all of these young children who look like me, who take their own lives. Some of them are bullied not only by other students, but by the teachers and staff. Please pay attention. This is what happens. Greta said, y'all better listen to the queen, okay? This is absolutely outrageous that a principal would say such a thing. And, you know, he needs to be fired immediately. Now, I'm going to be following this story to see just exactly what happens after this so-called investigation of which they speak. Okay, and the news, I want you to pay attention how they did not play the audio talking about they don't know if it's him. Oh, when has that ever stopped them from playing audio before? When has that ever stopped them from playing audio before? March Baby says teachers can definitely be bullies. Well, of course they can, beloved. Do you all not remember the video I showed you all of that Karen who slapped the taste out of the student's mouth? A student who looked like me? Do you all remember that? Slap the taste out of his mouth. And then you may remember about 2 years ago, I think it was, when I played the audio where a child recorded the teacher in the class using the N-word. And then when he was confronted about it, the teacher lied and said that, oh, I get called the N-word every week. No, he doesn't. Why would somebody call him the N-word and he's not even from our community? He's not even one of us. We know darn well they don't call the other people the N-word. And he said they call him that every week. That's what we're supposed to believe. And then what about the other teacher who was talking trash about the students in his class and basically were trying to say they weren't as smart as the other students? So this goes on and on and on. Like there's no end. Okay, you continuously see these things. And this is what your children are being told. It makes them feel bad about themselves. They feel belittled. This has been going on forever. And now they're trying to change the rules in Florida. Remember, okay, you heard it here first. Remember I told you days ago on the other channel how they were trying to change the law in Florida so that if you call someone a racist, they can sue you for defamation? Well, what if they absolutely are racist? Then what? How does that work? How does that work? I just want you all to pay attention. They don't want you talking about critical race theory, don't want you teaching the truth of history. And then now, if you call somebody exactly what they are, they can file you or sue you. Oh, Timber Dad said, this makes me mad, Queen. It makes me mad too, beloved. It sure does. But this is what we're given. This is what we have to deal with. This is what we have to deal with. And it's all so nefarious. Okay, I want you all to pay attention. Hold on, let me see if I have this video. I had a video I wanted you all to hear from a young man the other day, yesterday, in fact, and I forgot to play it. But he said some things that I found were very important pertaining to this sort of stuff. Let me see if this is it. Hold on. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance. Okay, I'm going to have to find it later. But anyway, let's talk about John Schneider. For those of you who don't know who John Schneider is, hold on. Let me see what Alice is saying here. Alice says, a teacher years ago called my son a shoe shine boy, and they got him out of school before I got there. Not a shoe shine boy. I mean the nerve. The absolute audacity of it. Please make it all make sense. Black and Silver said this is the result of not education, but test scores. The test scores reflects if their programming is working. Yeah, it does. And those tests are biased too. Okay, those tests are very biased. Trust me when I tell you. Trust me when I tell you. Okay? But so now let's talk about John Schneider. Now, for those of you who don't know who John Schneider is, this is the man who played and the Dukes of Hazzard so many years ago. He also played on Tyler Perry's show, The Have and the Have-Nots. He played the governor. Well, he had a little old something to say about Biden and his son Hunter. And after he said what he said, well, honey, the Secret Service launched a probe into him because what you can't do is talk slick and greasy about Biden, apparently. Now, you can say what you want to say about 45, but don't you dare say anything about Joe Biden. Please make it all make sense. There he is. There he is. Now, let's talk about what he said, honey. They got him in hot water. Okay, so Dukes of Hazzard star John Schneider faces a Secret Service investigation after suggesting on social media that President Biden and his son be publicly hung. This is what he said. The United States Secret Service is investigating a now deleted social media post by Dukes of Hazzard star John Schneider. In a reply to President Joe Biden's post on Wednesday, December the 20th, Schneider suggested he be publicly hung, saying, I'm just going to show you all. Hold on. This is what Biden said, first of all. Biden said, Trump poses many threats to our country. The right to choose, civil rights, voting rights, and America's standing in the world. America's standing in the world. Biden posted this at 6:26 p.m., saying that, but the greatest threat he poses is to our democracy. If we lose that, we lose everything. Now, Trump poses many threats to our country, the right to choose and all of that. Well, here was the response. John Schneider said, Mr. President, I believe you are guilty of treason and should be publicly hung. Your son, too. Ha! Not your son, too. Let me put it up on the screen so you all can see. Honey, this is all nefarious. You heard it here first. This is all nefarious. Ha! Please pay attention. You see it right here? That's what Biden tweeted. That's what Biden tweeted, talking about Trump. But then John let him know, Mr. President, I believe you're guilty of treason and should be publicly hung. Your son, too. Your response is, and then put a question mark. Sincerely, John Schneider. Ha! I absolutely cannot. Now, the Secret Service is aware of the comments made by Mr. Schneider, and as a matter of practice, we do not comment on matters involving protective intelligence. This is what a spokesperson for the Secret Service confirmed. They say, we can say, however, that the Secret Service investigates all threats related to our protectees. Okay, well, here's the thing. At the end of the day, that's not a threat. That's a wish. That's a hope. That's a desire. You see, that's not a threat. I want you all to pay attention how you can't even express your own opinion about Biden. You can't even express your opinion because that was just an opinion. That's what he said he thinks. He didn't say he was going to do it. That would make it a threat. Do you all remember some years ago, I believe it was around 2017 or 18, a woman said something about Trump on social media, something similar to that. And then the Secret Service, apparently, I guess it was the Secret Service. They didn't look like Secret Service to me, and the woman clearly didn't really think they were. But these people showed up to her house, knocked on her door, holding a clipboard, and basically one of them was supposed to be a police. He had his little badge on or whatever, and the other was supposed to be Secret Service, and they wanted to check her about what she said on Facebook about Trump. They wanted to come in, but the woman wouldn't even let them gain entry, and I don't blame her. Don't come trying to check me, boo, about my opinion. Okay, nobody made a threat. There is a difference. Okay, and don't you find it interesting that they will go in and investigate John Schneider and go to that woman's house for saying something that they hope happens, not that they would do it. But when Grandmaster Jay, do y'all remember when Grandmaster Jay talked about kidnapping a mayor's kids and throwing the mayor in the trunk and all of that? Didn't nobody investigate him? You know why didn't nobody investigate him? Because I believe Grandmaster Jay himself is part of the CIA, not the FBI. I think he was a whole CIA agent. That's what I always thought, and that's what I told you all, okay? Because I had a premonition about it. I was the first one, remember, okay? I was the first one who called him out on that BS and said he was a whole agent. And then other people came out. And not to mention when Taharka knew found out where he lived at, Taharka got that information from me and Tony Curtis. Just like he got that information about Bussy Reek not paying for that Hidden History Museum or Rib Shack in full, but instead getting a mortgage, he got that from me too, because I got it from Michi. I'm just going to say that because he doesn't give people credit. He acts like he gets all these receipts by himself. Pay attention. But with that all being said, I find it all so interesting. I find it all so interesting. Okay, but let's go on. Let me continue. Now, this is all another case of fraud. Okay, this is another wig scam. Woman falsely posed as attorney for years, filing fraudulent divorce and adoption papers for clients. According to the police, 36-year-old woman in Las Vegas has been arrested for allegedly spending 2 years fraudulently posing as an attorney in the state of Nevada, where she took money from clients to perform several legal actions on their behalf. Okay, Senior Polson was taken into custody on Tuesday and charged with a series of felonies, including one count each of forgery, theft, prepare, deliver to person simulated legal prepare and deliver to person simulated legal documents, and offering false instrument to public office filing, according to the authorities. According to a news release from the Las Vegas Metro Police Department, Paulson is not and never has been an attorney registered with the Nevada State Bar. Just lied and taking people's money. This is all so nefarious. They say through the course of the investigation, detectives believe Paulson portrayed herself as an attorney since January of 2022 and accepted money to file documents through the court system. Okay, now these services included divorces, legal reviews, insights, name changes, and adoptions, defrauding multiple victims. Detectives said that they also learned that Paulson worked under false names that included Senior Del Pozo and Senior Carrillo. Now, arrest records obtained by Las Vegas CBS affiliate KLAS provided additional details about the allegations against Paulson. According to the report, investigators believe Paulson has been fraudulently posing as an attorney since at least January of 2022. Paulson once allegedly drew up fraudulent divorce papers that caused the couple to believe they had legally divorced after paying her close to $1,500 in legal fees. However, it was later revealed that Paulson had actually forged the judge's signature per documents obtained by KLAS. When contacted by one of the parties from the divorcing couple about obtaining a copy of one of the documents, Paulson reportedly appeared irritated, responding that she had been doing this for 16 years. When one of the parties attempted to inquire as to why their name change had not gone through, Paulson reportedly tried to lay the blame on the judge, saying the case had allegedly been reassigned to having killed herself 2 to 3 weeks ago. So she tried to say the judge took their life, and so they had reassigned it. This lady is a whole mess. One lie after another. Please pay attention. Paulson also allegedly convinced a woman that she worked with to loan her more than $15,000, claiming that she needed the funds to pay for medical expenses because her father had fallen ill. Per the report, Paulson used those funds to go on vacation in California with her husband and some of her friends, balling out of control at somebody else's dime. Now, other alleged acts include Paulson taking hundreds in legal fees to review documents, submitting fraudulent adoption papers in court, and falsely holding herself out to be a notary public. When interviewed by police, the woman accused of falsely holding herself out to be an attorney refused to have an attorney present at her to represent her. Authorities are urging anyone who may have had legal work done by Paulson to call 702-828-3251. This woman is nefarious in every sense of the word. Now, let me show you who she is. Regina said, fake it till you make it going wrong. Okay, absolutely. This is all crazy. This is all crazy. That's her right there, a whole thug, liar, and fraud. Fraud today. Pay attention.
I absolutely cannot. Now let's talk about this Texas janitor allegedly beaten by a naked student. What is the world coming to? Completely naked student allegedly beat and choked a school janitor who said he only survived by playing dead. This is all crazy. Now, they don't show the student's face because they were a teenager. A 78-year-old janitor in Texas was hospitalized after he was allegedly attacked by a completely naked student and brutally beaten for refusing to let the nude 17-year-old into the school. The student, whose name has not been released due to his age, was taken into custody on Friday and charged with 1 count of assault of a public servant. According to a statement from the Aldine Independent School District, Simon Galvez on Friday, January the 12th, was assaulted by a student while working outside of Dwight D. Eisenhower High School in Houston. They say Aldine ISD does not condone this sort of behavior, and anyone who engages in this sort of behavior will face serious disciplinary consequences. Now, the student was arrested by the Aldine ISD police and was determined to be under the influence. Okay, well, I knew something couldn't be right because I was thinking, are they mentally insane or unstable? Now, the Harris County District Attorney's Office charged the student with assault of a public servant, and the student will also face disciplinary action per the district school code of conduct. Galvez provided additional details about the attack in an interview with the Houston ABC affiliate KTRK. According to the report, Galvez said he was working outside at about 10 a.m. when he noticed a male student who was completely naked coming toward him. Galvez said he thought the student might be in some kind of trouble and was about to call security when the student asked to be let inside the school. He says, I told him no. It was the only word exchange. Galvez said, this is what he said. He said it was just the only word. He said no. And then I walked away, and then he grabbed me with one hand and started hitting me in the face with the other. Galvez, who had reportedly been working at the school for more than 2 decades, said that he was completely overpowered and was only able to survive the onslaught by pretending he was dead. This is also said, this man is almost 80 years old. He said after the last blow, he started to choke me. He put both hands around my neck. He came over to look at me on the ground, and he thought he'd done it. He thought I was dead. Well, why hasn't he been charged for attempted murder? Why wasn't this student charged for attempted murder? I can guarantee you this student don't look like me. I can guarantee you they're not my complexion. Please pay attention. Now, only 2 years away from retirement, Galvez said he refused to let the teen into the school for the sake of the student's safety. He said, I was just thinking about the security of the school and put my life at risk. The janitor said that in addition to the myriad of bruises covering his face, he also suffered a sprained ankle and a dislocated finger as a result of the incident. Galvez's wife also spoke to the station, calling her husband's attacker a monster for leaving her husband in that condition. She says, it destroyed me because I thought he was going to die. This is what she said through tears. That's what I said when I saw him. He's going to die. Also said, this is all nefarious. Let me show you the poor man. I mean, he beat this poor man. His poor little face all swollen and bruised. This is just awful. Regina said, sounds possessed. Honey, it's no telling. You know, we have demons walking around cloaked in human flesh. That's the man right there. Now, he's recovering a little bit, but you can see in that other picture that he has bruises. His eyes are just swollen shut. Band-aid on his nose. Honey, what is the world coming to? Where did that student take before he came up there to do that? Now, they said he was under the influence, and I don't think it was alcohol, but that's just me. That's just me. Hunter Biden. Let's talk about Hunter, and then I'm out of here. Hunter Biden did something nefarious again. Y'all know I stay on his coattails. Here it is. Fantastical chain of events, they say. Hunter Biden accused of truly bizarre theory in motion to dismiss laptop lawsuit against Rudy Giuliani's businesses. Now they say lawyers for businesses owned by Rudy Giuliani named in a Hunter Biden lawsuit over an alleged hacked laptop want the case to be dropped accusing the president's son of basing his lawsuit on a truly bizarre theory. Now, they say President Joe Biden's son sued Giuliani, 3 of the former New York City mayor's businesses, and attorney Robert Costello, who is also suing the former New York mayor for unpaid legal fees. Now, in September, for allegedly hacking, he's suing him for unpaid legal fees. And they say in September for allegedly hacking into and generally obsessing over Hunter Biden's alleged laptop computer in recent years. In a motion to dismiss that was filed on Wednesday, attorney Alan Gordy who represents Costello and Giuliani's businesses, says Hunter Biden's complaint doesn't provide enough evidence to support the allegations. In his complaint, Biden claimed that Giuliani and Costello themselves admit that their purported possession of a laptop is in fact not a laptop at all, asserting that there's no telling how much of his personal data has been tampered with or manipulated. The ambiguity, Gordy says, he argues that it's a basis for the claim to be dismissed. Saying over 2 years after the broad dissemination of the Biden laptop files, plaintiff filed his lawsuit against defendants based on a truly bizarre theory that the Biden laptop is not really plaintiff's laptop, but rather a laptop masquerading as Biden's laptop, containing salacious files that were falsely attributed to him, intermixed with files supposedly stolen or hacked from him. What? This is truly bizarre. I want somebody to please make it all make sense. Okay, so it's not really his laptop. It's another laptop trying to pretend it's his laptop with some files that someone got from his laptop that was hacked clearly and put it on there. Okay, we believe you, Hunter Biden. Now, in this way, Biden carefully toes the line between disclaiming responsibility for the worst of the Biden laptop while at the same time manufacturing to sue defendants by taking ownership. This is all crazy. By taking ownership of some data that defendants allegedly hacked. Now, the fact that Hunter Biden can't retrace the defendant's steps means that the lawsuit can't proceed, according to the motion. According to Biden, he is oblivious to what information defendants have of his or how exactly they got it. Such a pleading on its face cannot possibly satisfy the legal requirements to support a claim. In a series of questions, Gordy lists what he describes as multiple glaring omissions that are essential to Hunter Biden's allegations. And here it shows a bunch of the stuff. I'm not going to read all of it, but it says Biden fails to plead which hard drive or laptop or other electronic device or storage mechanism that belonged to him was supposedly hacked. Was there ever a laptop containing the information he now complains over? A desktop, a phone, a tablet, what was it? External hard drive, cloud storage? How can Biden know anything was hacked if he doesn't know what device on which he stored the data that defendants now allegedly wrongfully possess? They said Biden fails to plead when he alleged hacking occurred. Now, what year was it? Did he ever provide a laptop to a repair shop in Delaware? Was there ever any evidence or was there ever any events where he realized his electronic data was compromised? What measures were in place to protect the data on whatsoever or whatever devices supposedly hacked? These are questions they have. Biden fails to plead what of that data that is circulated in the public domain is his data and what information is not his data. Biden claims that some but not all of the data defendants allegedly possess is his. What data is it? What data is his and what isn't? Surely he must know if he brought this lawsuit, but there is not a single piece of data that Biden identifies in the complaint as 1, belonging to him, 2, in the possession of the defendants, that was 3, hacked, stolen, wrongfully taken from the computer owned by Biden. That's because Biden is lying. Hunter Biden is lying. That's just my opinion. Now, Gordy also argues that the complaint is barred by the statute of limitations because Hunter Biden was well aware of his damages well over 2 years ago before filing the lawsuit. They say there's no question that well before 2 years and likely much longer that Biden knew of the damages of supposed compromising and dissemination of his data was taking place. Biden would have been within his rights to sue in April of 2021, but instead he feigned ignorance. And it was not until the laptop data was authenticated as his, okay, after they said for sure it's his beyond a reasonable doubt, that as it was said to be his, that his ignorance evolved into retaliatory litigation. This claim is time barred, they say. And so anyway, in other words, he's lying. This is all so crazy. I just want you all to pay attention. Okay, Regina said this makes no sense whatsoever. That crazy bitch Eric said till he got caught. Exactly. Myth King the D said, did he look? Apparently not. So anyway, with that all being said, I'm going to conclude this broadcast. I want to thank you all for tuning in once again. Please like and share this video. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Please be sure to click the notification bell and click the word all. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the main channel, the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur Show. And if you didn't catch the lives that I did over there this morning, the 2 broadcasts from this morning for your morning wake-up calls, please be sure to go back and watch. Okay? Now it's just said, Queen, you made this whole day nefarious. Thank you, beloved. Deanna said, Cat Williams fires back at Ludacris with a freestyle rap, they say. Oh, beloved, I reported that yesterday. I reported that already. But for those of you who missed it, I'll gladly play it again. So let's get into it. This is how we'll end on this note. So each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. Okay? Now we're going to end with Cat Williams's rap diss against Luda. Peace.
I'm coming for your number one spot. One of us a killer and the other one is not. One of us the realest and the other one a plot. I'm coming for your number one spot. Oh, Chris, I wish it never came to this. And you pissed rapper free for the first time, but you dissed and missed the wrong side of history in a time like this. I'm so ludicrous. Sorry, uterus. You were Infant Chronicles. You ain't new to this. You went from Mr. Moore.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Atlanta. That's some true. In real life, I'm fast and furious. In real life, you by curious. Got a fast car, but you hit the median. Another body by comedian. Oh. But I got paid. Roaches is a month, but I got raid. David say Goliath big than a mother, but he still got for your number one spot. One of us a killer and the other one is not. One of us the realest and the other one a plot. I'm coming for your number one spot. You heard the interview on Club KJ. I gave them all a payday. I'm still going. So who care what the haters say? Ludacris, you must be out here rapping. That's mine. Made a rap song, but you ain't found in line. Well, these entertainers king of shit these days. Stealing jokes I used back in BET days. Y'all seen the footage from this overweight bully talking about he wants to smoke and we would go ahead and pull it. Sorry, just a fucking pussy with twice head swole big as a knife. And he bites to hold his knife. Don't want to lose your life and I'm about to roll these dice. I'm just going to come in for your number one spot. One of us a killer and the other one is not. One of us the realest and the other one a plot. I'm coming for your number one spot. One last point and I'm going to leave it alone. I've never personally been with Quincy Jones, but you, that was your girl, boy. Don't play with these toys. I am to be avoided at all costs. Just go ahead and swallow up that little You know I know what I know. The truth is you gotta go. I'm coming for your number one spot. One of us a killer and the other one is not. One of us the realest and the other one is not. I'm coming for your number one spot. I'm coming for your number one spot. One of us a killer and the other one is not. One of us the realest and the other one is not. I'm coming for your number one spot.